What causes the bodies of Titanic passengers to be forever unrecoverable? In 1912, the RMS Titanic was considered the most luxurious ship of its time. Its maiden voyage was intended to carry approximately 2,200 passengers along with the crew from Southampton, England, to New York, USA. However, on April 15, while the ship was about 600 kilometers away from Newfoundland Island, Canada, it encountered a horrific disaster when it struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean. This accident claimed the lives of around 1,500 passengers. Among the 1,500 victims, about 340 bodies wearing life jackets were recovered from the water's surface. However, approximately 1,160 remaining bodies still lie submerged at the ocean floor. Unrecovered and unlikely to ever be found, despite many of their belongings retrieved and displayed in museums for a long time. What happened to the bodies of the passengers? One surprising fact about the Titanic is that even though it sank in 1912, its wreckage was not discovered on the ocean floor until over 73 years later. According to RMS Titanic Inc., the company that holds ownership rights to the Titanic wreck. In the 111 years since the tragedy, numerous expeditions to the Titanic have failed to find any human remains, although personal items belonging to the victims, such as clothes, shoes, and watches, have been discovered. James Cameron, the director of the blockbuster film Titanic, 1997, and an experienced deep-sea diver who has explored the Titanic over 30 times, shared with the New York Times that they have seen clothing and shoes, indicating that there were certainly remains present, but no skeletal evidence has ever been found. The explanation for these disappeared without a trace bodies lies in the fact that at a depth of nearly 4,000 meters beneath the ocean, the bodies are prone to decomposition or consumption by marine organisms. The unique underwater ecosystem and marine organisms in this environment can consume human flesh and tissues, but what about bones, which can potentially survive for thousands of years? Professor John Casella, a forensic scientist at the Atlantic Technology University in Sligo, Ireland, explains that bones quickly degrade in salt water. Bones are made of a mineral called hydroxyapatite, primarily composed of calcium and phosphate but with many smaller additional molecules. Water will help dissolve this mineral component of the bone, he stated. Both the Titanic and its unfortunate victims have dissolved into the depths of the ocean. Professor Casella also suggests that human bones may still exist within the wreckage after 111 years submerged, but their preservation depends on factors such as salt concentration, water pH, and the impact of microorganisms. There may be many bones, but they are widely dispersed within and around the wreckage. Additionally, being covered by silt makes them even more difficult to detect, the professor explains. With these observations, it can be understood that, much like the fate of the Titanic, over 1,000 passengers have become one with the ocean. Whether their remnants reside within the ship's wreckage or not, searching for human remains amidst the Titanic wreck could disturb and compromise the integrity of the ship, and therefore, it is strictly prohibited.